In light of Thug's recent charges, it is now being speculated that the shooting of Thug's baby mama, Lakevia Jackson, was not over simply a bowling alley accident. When the news of her death first hit off, I felt remorse for Thug, because that's something very big and huge that could happen to somebody losing a loved one, and I still do feel remorse. But now the story is looking even more sad. So 2 weeks right after YFN Lucci was stabbed in prison, Miss Jackson was shot at the bowling alley, and the feds, they think it's connected. They think everything is connected. They don't think this was just a random shooting. They think it's all tied up in the YSL YFN beef, and that is so unfortunate, and it's kind of disturbing. It's disturbing because after the argument, the person waited in the parking lot over 20 minutes for Miss Jackson to leave before fatally shooting her. I don't know how connected she was. I mean, she might have been affiliated with YSL directly, but at the end of the day, it's sad that so many lives were affected in Atlanta by this gang war. And the direct beef between YFN and YSL stems from a murder of Donovan Thomas. Now, the feds are alleging that Thug himself rented the vehicle used in the murder. 2 weeks after Thug had a conversation with Ori, the leader of Sex Money murder gang SMM. Ori is currently in prison for a murder all the way back in 2003. So Thug's been connected with this nigga probably he's been connected for probably a minute with this dude. So Barter 6 was released in 2015. So when Thug was first popping off on the scene, he was involved in these wars, and I mean, shit like this writes itself. You know, when you can't leave the streets behind. Thug is 2022, and Thug had such a bright future, and it's so sad to see him throw it all away because he couldn't let the street life go. You guys gotta remember that this nigga got it seems like whoever is talking to this nigga is always putting a battery in his back, because remember, guys, this is the same nigga who was shooting at Lil Wayne's tour bus, actually trying to murder Wayne because of Birdman. Now, I don't know the deep relations between Birdman and Thug, but if I'm betting on it, they were never that close until, you know, Birdman saw this nigga and wanted to put him on with all the Rich Money Gang shit, and then Birdman put a battery in this nigga back and told him, hey, I need you to take out Wayne. And so Thug was like, okay, got it. It's looking like more and more that Thug is just that type of nigga. Like, you put a battery in his back, you tell him to do this for the streets, do that for the streets, he'll do anything. You know, I mean, it's unfortunate that he has that type of mindset, but some people, you know, the street life is PTSD for them, and it's the only thing they know because that's how they was raised. But I'm not giving niggas that excuse anymore, especially when you have life-changing generational money, you know, to change not only your life but everyone, your friends, your family. You could tell these niggas to stop doing this shit. I mean, some niggas don't have that mindset or direction, but I'm pretty sure Thug has talked to a lot of people who told him, hey, don't do this, don't do that, but he's just, you know, he's in his own lane. You know, he's not thinking that way. You know, he's thinking for the blood on the streets, you know, for these blocks that none of these niggas even own. I'm betting all the niggas that's in a YSL gang, they don't own any of the places they live in. You know, they just get money from Thug. They don't own nothing. The only thing they own is the jewelry, that depreciating jewelry, and the guns and the bullets that shoot our people. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you making all this money and not leaving anything behind but bloodshed. And this is exactly what they want. They want y'all niggas to implode each other. They give you all this money to just watch you niggas implode. You see, it all goes back into the prison system. It goes back into the policing system. The more and more you guys fucking up, the more and more funding these niggas get to throw you niggas in jail and keep you locked up, and now you enslaved to the system for the rest of your life. Now everyone gonna be like, free Thug, free Gunna, free all this and that and the third, when you the one who did it to yourself. Like, we all know by now, us as a collective already know how the game goes, how the game is played, how it's made. It's not made for us to win. It's made for us to destroy each other, and we keep playing it. You know, he had all the resources and assets to become a master of the game, and instead of becoming the master, he's still a pawn. You know, when that judge look him in his eye and give him all them years, unless he starts snitching on everybody. I mean, and then at that point, he's still a dead man. When the judge give him all them years, they're not gonna shed a tear. They're not. They do this on a regular. They lock us up and throw away the key and don't look back. It's really sad, because I know Thug for a fact loved his children, and now one of his kids is gonna have neither his father or his mother. His father's gonna be possibly locked up for life, and his mother is now dead. So it's just a sad situation for all of his children. I don't know how many he has. I know he has a couple or a lot. But it's a sad situation. And I know lawyer fees are gonna eat up a lot of his money, because he's probably gonna be fighting this shit for years to come. So, I mean, I pray for his family, his family's sake.